Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. One, we'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Got it. Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Has a hole left, room to run. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. They have him back there, Brock, because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And in my opinion, partner, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
I'm with you because it is so hard. I mean, it takes instincts, it takes intangibles, it takes greatness. I think of Dante Hall and Devin Hester and those guys that made it look easy at times, and it is not easy, especially the house one.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Ward off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. This one finds Evan Ingram. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 on the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready! Ready!
Now an inside give to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Cougar 19! Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Quick slant to Samuel. And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Come on. Hey, go!
Walker trying to run for the 1st. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Stretch.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The 49ers looking at their first shot here inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. From the red zone on first. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Look at that throw and double coverage to a running back. I don't want to live off of that, and I'm certainly not going to count on it. I give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Gronk. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get that huddle and you remind him, now listen guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. We've got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Bronk. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
Running with Walker again. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Second down carry for Taylor. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And a big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. Ooh, Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking with his defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. All right, here we go. Second down.
Set. Go.
That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
George Pickens. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Set.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Herbert kick out wide, complete. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns finish off their opening drive. George Pickens the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown in that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready?
Walker on 1st down. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Set.
Staying with Walker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
49er first down.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Walker running to the right. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Now looking to throw with Ward. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
They dropped their chance to get off the field. So let's see if this offense can make them pay. 3rd down.
Bronco 80.
To the air on 3rd and long. someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Upton Stout. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
And he's out of bounds. Looks like he only got a yard. That's going to set us up for 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Set. Go. 180. 180 hot. Set.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, go Lion. Set.
Play action now for Herbert. Has it at the 7. And it's going to be brought down as he sets his offense up with a 1st and goal.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Let's go now. Steady.
Here's Walker running right. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Ready. Hot 70.
From the gun, it's Ward. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Ward. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment.
Ready, set.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Swift hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a one-score game before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Bates now for the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
In a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Set. Ready.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Set. 180. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Throw is there for Oronde Gadsden. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Hook slants into the hands of Golden. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Herbert now, blitz coming. It's everything he has under this one. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Kappa. Ready.
Herbert now off the play fake. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Throw momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
21. Delta shot. Go.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Deommodore Lenoir. And the 49ers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Let's go now.
Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. First and 10 here. Ward. Connecting on the slant. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
13 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Ready.
First down from the 42.
Come on. Set.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on first down. Ward. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Okay,
Back to the line they come, second down.
here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He ducks it and takes off. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
One last play before the break. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Everyone spends time in that locker room, kid. Offensively, defensively, rewriting your scripts, putting your adjustments and plans together for the second half. Special teams, guys, well, that's exactly how they wanted to start this second half, with an explosion and setting their offense up for success.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Set. Set.
They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Hey, Ram. Right. Hey, Ray. 380. Let's go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Yeah, it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10.
5-9. 380. Ready.
Back to the air, Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
380. Lion.
Now Herbert again. Escapes the pocket. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he stopped cold at the spots. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Set. Go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back to Taylor on 2nd down. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
Taylor will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Grenading. Grenade. Set.
Another shot for Taylor. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey. Ready.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Makes the catch. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3.
Set. Ready.
He's back to throw. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with 9.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
In truth, Kate, I felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Gonna throw this one. Ward. That's more on the quick slant. Still going through the 25. Keeps it moving. 40. 30. To the 15. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start the 2nd half with some needed points. DJ Moore, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The 40. Into the red zone. He took it all the way. Baby, what a return. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He's running up the left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Cowboy 80.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Got ready.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. And this one winds up incomplete. They took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Go, let's go. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
OP, Baylor tight.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Oh, put some heat on this. Deep brought in inside the 20. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Go.
Throwing on first is Herbert. They did it! He made the interception! And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job finding that out.
He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. And it's 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the football. Run it.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one splits the uprights. Double their lead to 14.
I just want to rock. Body of the year. Damn.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project.
This ain't what you want. This ain't